Captain America is definitely already one of the most humble heroes, but there are still some heroes who've put him in his place. My name is AJ Spatola with Top 10 Nerd, and these are the top 10 superheroes who've humbled Captain America. At number 10 is Black Panther. So here's the deal, there have been quite a few instances where Captain America has faced off against Black Panther, and let's just say it didn't always end in Cap's favor. The initial clash between Captain America and the then Black Panther, Azuri, in Wakanda was an eye-opener. Cap was on a mission against Yahtzee spies, only to find out that they were already taken care of by Wakandan forces. This resulted in a confrontation where Cap, without his vibranium shield, faced Azuri and lost. Their subsequent encounters, especially with T'Challa, are equally intriguing. Tales of Suspense number 97 marked their first clash, where it seemed more like a test of Cap's fighting spirit rather than a serious showdown. Later in Black Panther number 24, it was yet another test with T'Challa hinting at his capability to overpower Cap in a real fight. Not to forget the Contest of Champions 2, where external manipulation played a part and T'Challa sensed Cap's lack of will to fight. The key aspect here is the intent. They've never faced off with the intent to eliminate one another. Black Panther usually has the upper hand, yet Captain America always puts up a fight. Their dynamic showcases a mutual respect despite their clashes. At number 9 is Wolverine. Cap and Wolverine, two iconic superheroes, have had their share of clashes over the years. They've been through more battles and challenges than most, and their determination is unmatched, but you see, even the mightiest can have their off days. Take that one time when Logan got his brain scrambled and went all rogue. When Steve Rogers tried to intervene, he quickly realized he was in for a world of hurt. Logan, out of his right mind, didn't hold back whatsoever. He absolutely pummeled Cap, leaving him unconscious. It must have really stung for Steve, waking up to that after being taken down so swiftly. Just goes to show that even the best can have bad days in the superhero world. If you're enjoying the video so far, you can support the channel by pressing like, subscribing to Top 10 Nerd, and ringing that notification bell. At number 8 is Iron Man. Iron Man is a tech-savvy and resourceful Tony Stark who used his strategic genius to set up a trap for Cap and his allies. See, Stark employed a fake distress signal, luring the anti-registration forces into a carefully laid plan. But Cap had his own plans too. As Cap and Iron Man came face to face, a handshake between the two became an unexpected move by Cap, who slyly placed an EMP device in Iron Man's hand, causing Tony's armor to shut down. What followed was chaos as Cap's allies attacked to escape the ambush. Stark, after his armor rebooted after a couple minutes, displayed his frustration by fiercely engaging in combat with his former friend, repeatedly striking Cap. The conflict escalated until Hercules himself intervened, preventing Cap from enduring further blows. The clash between these two iconic superheroes serves as a reminder that even the mightiest can be vulnerable to unexpected tricks and betrayals, emphasizing that in the intricate dance of heroism, no one is immune to moments of vulnerability. At number 7 is Vision. In an alternate timeline straight out of a dystopian future, Ultron is calling the shots, and the entire world is caught up in the crosshair. And our beloved heroes are grasping at straws for a way out. But here's the kicker. Captain America, usually the guy with a plan and a symbol of unyielding hope, finds himself at a loss. His iconic shield is shattered, and with it, his morale takes a heavy blow. Enter Luke Cage and She-Hulk. These two heavy hitters step up, boasting the kind of durability that makes them the best candidates for this critical mission. And as they dig deeper, they stumble upon the core of the chaos. But who's at the center of it all? None other than Vision. Ultron is using Vision as a conduit for all this mayhem. Vision is essentially unwittingly contributing to the Avengers' downfall, with remorse eating him up inside. Vision is a figure synonymous with hope and virtue, inadvertently the linchpin of destruction in the Avengers and Cap's spirit. Vision's captivity under Ultron's control became the pivotal factor that taints Cap's unwavering belief in a better outcome. At number 6 is Spider-Man. In a recent issue of The Amazing Spider-Man, the Marvel Universe saw a showdown that had fans buzzing. Spider-Man and Captain America going head to head. See, these two usually fight on the same side, but in this issue, circumstances forced them into an impromptu scuffle. Cap, in his diplomatic style, had tried to talk things out with Spidey, who was wanted for questioning by the US government. But Pete just didn't have the time to deal with questions for the government, as he's trying to rescue MJ from a dimension in which time moves a lot faster. In the midst of this confrontation, Spider-Man manages to pull off a move that even took Cap by surprise. He uses his adhesive palms to swipe Captain America's iconic shield, and then smacks him with it. Cap, a seasoned warrior, is definitely caught off guard. Peter's sneaky move buys him a moment to slip away, a moment that showcases how Spidey's fighting style is instinctive and unpredictable, making it hard for anyone, even a super soldier, to anticipate his What this little skirmish shows is that Spider-Man can disarm even someone as skilled as Captain America in a rather unconventional way. Cap probably never thought he'd lose his shield like that. In the end, it's a reminder of how Marvel's characters can surprise us even when they're on the same side. At number 5 is Daredevil. Daredevil's unexpected victories over heavyweights like Captain America might sound like an anomaly in the superhero realm, but they shed light on his exceptional prowess. The blind vigilante may not possess Cap's brawn, but his unique radar, senses, and combat proficiency make him a force to be reckoned with. He's not just a run-of-the-mill hero. He's taken on big league opponents like Wolverine, Spider-Man, and even Ultron, so it's not exactly a walk in the park to defeat the guy. Daredevil's strength lies in his paradoxical nature. While he may have fallen short against characters like the Punisher, his triumphs over seemingly invulnerable foes like Ultron and the Star-Spangled Avenger himself highlight his resilience and adaptability, testament to his unyielding spirit and unmatched combat skills. His victory over Captain America showcased the depth of Daredevil's abilities, proving that in the superhero realm, sheer strength isn't always the winning card. At number 4 is Gamora. What made this moment stand out was how she not only outsmarted Cap, but also managed to outmaneuver the entire Avengers. Drawing from her extensive combat experience across the vast expanse of the galaxy, she pulled off an incredible feat by deceiving her own comrades to obtain the Infinity Stone. Her motivation? It was deeply personal, seeking to liberate a lost fragment of her soul which was ensnared within the Soul Stone's grasp. Steve Rogers, in his valiant attempt, approached Gamora, hoping to reason with the most lethal woman in the galaxy. Unfortunately, she wasn't in the mood for negotiation. Using the immense power of the stones, she twisted reality, merging Cap and Doctor Strange into a grotesque, helpless amalgamation. They were reduced to mere spectators, unable to do anything but witness her manipulation of reality itself. An intriguing insight to the vulnerability of even the most iconic heroes when confronted by unforeseen challenges from unexpected sources. At number 3 is the Winter Soldier. In the MCU, the Winter Soldier's proficiency in combat proved a formidable match for Steve Rogers. What made this encounter truly compelling was the personal connection between the two. See, the revelation that Bucky Barnes, Cap's childhood friend, was beneath the Winter Soldier's mask. This emotional complexity heightened the conflict as Cap, refusing to battle his friend, demonstrated an unparalleled level of trust and belief in the core of their friendship. The clash wasn't merely physical, but a test of Captain America's steadfast principles. He allowed himself to be vulnerable, clinging to the hope that his friend, even in the grip of the brainwashing, would recognize their bond. This selfless act, refusing to fight back against a lethal force, illuminated the essence of Captain America's heroism. The absolute pinnacle of humility arose when, despite facing defeat, Cap clung to the belief in Bucky's redemption. The final scene where Bucky rescues Cap and leaves him on the riverbank is a poignant symbol of their fractured relationship, leaving audiences with a bittersweet conclusion. At number 2 is Tony Stark. Yes, I know I already brought him up, but I wanted to do it again. In the heart-pounding finale of Captain America's Civil War, we witnessed a powerful moment when Steve Rogers, our beloved Captain America, faced a pivotal choice. You see, the clash between Iron Man and Cap reaches its peak as Cap manages to outsmart Tony and disable his suit. Now, what happens next isn't your typical superhero showdown. Here we witness a significant act of humility. You see, Tony, weakened and wounded, confronts Steve, claiming the Cap isn't worthy of the iconic shield, powerful symbol tied to Steve's identity. Now, despite the injustice inflicted on his friend, Steve surprises everyone. He prioritizes saving Bucky over his personal desires and abandons the shield. This scene echoes a deep message about humility. You see, Captain America relinquishing his shield represents a moment where selflessness triumphs over personal attachment. Sometimes it's about prioritizing others, even if it means sacrificing something important. This selfless act amidst the chaos and the conflict of Civil War stands out as a lesson in humility, compelling us to reconsider our actions and priorities in a complex world. At number 1 is Steve Rogers himself. At the pinnacle of the Secret Empire event within the Marvel Comics storyline, a seismic collision occurred as the iconic Captain America was pitted against his benevolent Hydra counterpart. This monumental clash was a testament to the embodiment of ideals and a struggle between the quintessential symbol of American principles and a corrupted, twisted version of himself. The Hydra Cap, born from the sinister meddling of Red Skull with the Cosmic Cube, had plunged the world into turmoil, wielding a formidable power with shards from the cube, and even wielding the mighty Mjolnir, the hammer of Thor. This set the stage for an epic confrontation between the two embodiments of Captain America, representing conflicting ideologies. Now, the authentic, unaltered Cap emerged triumphant. Despite the odds stacked against him and the seemingly insurmountable powerful power wielded by his malevolent counterpart, the good old Cap prevailed. This victory showcased the resounding strength of unwavering principles and integrity over deception and corrupt influence. The story ultimately revealed the true nature of Captain America's character as the original Steve Rogers reclaimed his identity and smashed his villainous doppelganger with Mjolnir, signifying the restoration of righteousness over malevolence in an epic and symbolic triumph. And as always, if there was a superhero who humbled Captain America that you think I missed today in this video, feel free to let me know down in the comments, and I'll try to include your suggestions in part 2, assuming this video does good. This has been AJ Spatola with Top 10 Nerd, and I'll catch you all in another video. Later!